Hello and welcome to another StarCraft 2 co-op video. Today I'll be teaching you how to deal with speed props without using a worker wall. Every single commander is capable of dealing with speed props, but some do this far easier than others. You may notice that many of the commanders use a two-structure wall to make props walk around. This is very important. You can probably do the same thing from the other side of the ramp, but I'm more familiar with this side. Also, if you extend the wall by even one building, props might just attack the first building they see instead. For the first prop, just patrol a bunch of Banes at your ramp. In the mid-game, you can move some Banes out to catch any props before they reach your expo. In the late game, you can make bio-launchers and patrol lots of Banes in the middle. By controlling the middle, you can use bio-launchers to hit the lower shard in the third area. Normally, if you use bio-launchers to hit the shards in the third area, props will get vision of it and they will run to your natural. If you defend the center, the props don't go to the bases. Bio-launchers also deal with attack waves. For the first prop, put at least 3 toxic nests in a line. You need at least 15 points in toxic nest damage so you can kill props in 3 hits. Replenish as needed. In the mid game, add 2 Vipers and make a lot of spines with your extra minerals. Use Blinding Cloud before the props get close. In the late game, make Guardians and Vipers. Don't forget to put your nests at the ramp to kill them for free. For Dehaka, first one, roar, eat. Then in the mid game, each Haka can roar and the impalers kill. So you roar once, switch, roar, switch. In the late game, you will roar, eat, roar, eat. Always try to eat the fast moving ones. For Swann, first one, P1 laser plus blaster billies slow the props to a crawl. In the mid game, put a vessel in front for vision, then manually laser the props down. In the late game, the attack waves may break your defenses, so you need to replenish as necessary. You need to manually target the props with the laser so they don't get close. You can add a few tanks in the back for range and damage. With Mengsk P3, shoot 2 of your own dudes to kill the prop. In the mid game, put 3 full bunkers and put an Aegis guard to slow them down. Make a barracks at ESO Island. You can make your ESOs, but don't fire them dead, cause once you fire them, Amon will have vision of that area. Props won't get through this defense. Get 2 Aegis guards, 1 for each side. Make 3 to 4 bunkers on each side. Continue making ESOs, but don't fire them yet. Once your defenses are ready, fire away. Prioritize filling bunkers over making more ESOs. It's more important to survive than to kill the shards faster. You might lose a bunker in each fight, just replace it. Don't forget to Contaminated Strike the attack waves. The timing is around 55 to 58. With 4 full bunkers and an Aegis guard, props won't get through. First prop, put cannons and a black hole. For the second prop, black hole again. By the third prop, you should have Stasis Ward with the upgrades. Get it before the cloak upgrades. In the late game, you just mass Stasis Wards and use Corsairs to push them off. Use your minerals on cannons. For the first prop, get Sam plus the stun gear. If the first prop spawns close, it might be GG. Don't get early CC and stop at around 22 SCVs. In the mid game, you can use 1 grenade for each prop. In the late game, you have grenades, auto attack, and serious turrets. For Nova, you need a perfectly timed airstrike. Against other enemies, you can fact first, then Hellbat plus defensive drone. Stop at 14 SCVs, and don't make the barracks or eBay. For the second prop, switch to stealth mode and then snipe the prop. Nova is invulnerable for a short time after switching. Switch back when you can to prepare for the next prop. Continue using this method until 10 to 11 minutes. Make sure you switch to assault mode ASAP, so you can switch to stealth mode versus the prop when it comes. Destroy defensive drones because props will eat them. Make tanks and drop mines in the mid game. In the late game, tons of tanks and a pair of marauders for the slow. Since you went factory first, you should have tons of tanks. You only need a handful of liberators for the objective anyways. For the first prop, force field and overcharge. Don't use overcharge on the rocks so that you have one for the first wave and the first prop. Put a building here so that the prop has to walk around. In the mid game, you should have 4 to 5 Havocs, force field the ramp, and then overcharge. Cover any potential holes to make sure they don't get through. In the late game, you should force field and have Wrathwalkers on both sides. Replace force fields roughly every 10 seconds. For the first prop, double spawn Broodling. If it spawns near the second area, it's GG. You must follow a very specific build order versus a specific comp to do this. Hold the B key to spawn Broodling once you see it. Get up to 6 queens and spawn Broodling the props. Get tanks and diamondbacks in the meantime. In the mid game, the diamondback slime slows the props and the tanks will kill them. A speed prop on slime is slightly slower than a diamondback. Queens can also spawn Broodling props. In the late game, more diamondbacks and more tanks. Alexander made a mess, but tanks clean up very nicely. For the first prop, quick vulture opening and then spider mines. You can get 3 to 4 vultures before the prop arrives. In the mid to late game, make more and more spider mines. Spread mines out because props might eat them and propagate over and over and over again. You may experience a mini heart attack, but don't worry, with enough mines, you'll be fine. Add tanks and marauders if you want. First prop, you need 10 or more banelings. Use Econergy Mastery so each prop does more damage. Get the second upgrade in the baneling nest first. In the mid to late game, just more and more banelings everywhere. Keep lings and banes separate so the lings don't feed. Go around the back to deal with shards. Super Gary takes out most of the objectives alone. Keep an eye on the timer and make sure you always have a teleport. Be in position to take out attack waves to save money, because you don't want to spend banelings on regular enemies. You want to use them for props. For the first prop, use mag mines and 4 to 5 Hellions with the slow upgrade. Get an eBay by 2 minutes to ensure the slow upgrade finishes in time. In the mid game, make more Hellions and use strike fighters if you can. In the late game, add Galleons, BCs, Hellions, and Magmines as well as Strike Fighters. Do not get the Carrier upgrade. For the first prop, triple Solar Lance. Keep using triple Solar Lance until after 9 minutes. By the mid-game, you should have a ton of monoliths, as well as the slow upgrade. Orbital Strike the props. Practice the targeting due to speed freaks. In the late game, Solar Lance is for clearing waves and bases. You gotta hit props with Orbital Strike to slow them down. For the first prop, Caudalus slaps it to death. I put 25 in attack speed mastery here. Alternatively, stall until 4 minutes, then use the Dragoon suit. For the second prop, Caudalus slaps it. You have to pray very hard for this one. You want max tactical data web, which is 7 shells. Kill your own shell to increase attack speed. Clench your butt cheeks. For the third prop, Warbringer should be online. Warbringer slows and greatly damages the prop. In the mid-game, you can still use the Dragoon suit. Don't forget about attack waves. Warbringer plus 3 shells means you can one-shot a prop. After 12:30, Warbringer and Dragoon suit can take care of props. Hopefully they don't come together. There's no late game, you better finish before 18:30. The first prop must spawn far away from base. If it spawns too close, it's GG. It's too close if it spawns in the second area or the base near the second area. The plan is the Ling jumps up and down the cliff until 4 minutes. What actually happened was...
What the hell?
Kerrigan comes out, snipes prop, and I got super lucky here. We just traded. For the second prop, snipe. For the third prop, snipe. In the mid-game, mass Hydras. Spores are part of the wall. The Hydras are not fully walled off. In the late game, make lots of Hydras. 2 props have died with minimal losses. Kerrigan can go back to help just in case. First prop, build cyber cores to change the prop's path. You must build these before 328 so they target these buildings. The second one on the left. Make sure you send the probes home or else they'll get eaten. Cancel before the prop gets close. You see the prop is changing directions, trying to go after the building. You must use P1 for this trick. Once Zeratul is out, use Super Cloak. For the second prop, use Monolith plus Wall plus Ambushers. The slow here is really good. Once you get the second fragment, blink for more damage. In the mid-game, add some Abrogators. In the late game, same as the mid-game. You can use Super Cloak if needed. Zeratul helps out against attack waves. Bring attacking army home to defend. I would have lost fewer units had I done that here. For the first prop, use Unbound Fanatics and Fortified Goons. Drop the first UF here to lure the prop back, dump the rest onto the prop and pray. It may not go as smoothly as this. For the second prop, same plan. Drop it in the crack, he goes back, and then pray. Solar here to ensure the prop dies, and you also need to deal with the attack wave. For the third prop, you should have some Tempests. So get a Stargate after Cybercore, not Twilight Council. Dragoons aren't needed, so it doesn't matter if they die. Don't let your Tempest die. Once you have 4 to 5 Tempests, single props can't get through. In the mid game, add cannons and 1 to 2 more Tempests. You might lose units if 2 props are close together. In the late game, add Reavers. 6 Tempests, 6 Reavers, and some cannons. So it is possible to fight against speed props without a worker wall for all commanders. However, some are gonna be easier than others. Check out my tier list for specific rankings. Here's the order that I completed these in and how difficult they were for me. I only beat this with Zagara and Vorazun last time around. Now, 3 years later, I decided to go for the rest. Abathur and Dehaka were pretty easy. Alarak wasn't so bad, but required a lot of APM and attention. Nova was okay once I got past the first wave. Swann and Raynor were easy. Mengsk is easy as long as you're patient with the ESOs. Tychus is alright. The late game can get dicey. Han Horner was surprisingly easy. World first, by the way, probably because so few people play this commander. Stukov was okay after the first wave. Needed some luck with the first prop spawn, another world first. World first for Stetmann as well. This was surprisingly easy. World first for Karax. This was hard because I was too greedy with my energy. It's really hard to time orbital strikes on speedy props. Fenix was super hard. Zeratul was also hard before I figured out the timings of the building cancels. Kerrigan was super easy for some reason, but I definitely needed luck for the first prop. And Artanis was super difficult, also a world first. Now that you know how to stop speedy props with each commander, you can farm easy wins. Good luck! And that's it for this guide. Like and subscribe if you learned something new. Thanks to all the members who are supporting me. If you would like to join the club, check out the link in the description. If stopping props without a worker wall is still too hard, why don't you check out this guide on how to make worker walls for many commanders. See you there.